own calendar. You can see the meet, okay, the meet link. And then, like for example, there is what is this? If there's any info, then I will type here. And then these two are the recordings, okay, the briefings, and this one is chapter 1 lecture. Okay, so you can always go back to your calendar. All right, access this event, and then you can get the videos. Right, let
Oh,
me.
so all the calendar got the recorded video?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
So please remind me if I'm not recording. All right. So if you let me double check for today. For today. Oh, Ferris sudah accept. Kelvin belum lagi. Okay, Kelvin belum lagi. Okay. So I will, right after I press end recording, then it will be stored into this Google Drive for this particular calendar lah. Okay, so okay, look at the time now. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. Not sure whether Noel you can access here or not. I can see just now. I can see Kelvin. Farah.
For Google Calendar.
This one is in the Google Classroom. This one. Or shall I copy the meet here? The sharing. I wonder whether you can share your answer if you're using phone.
Actually, I use PC and phone.
Oh, I see. There are 3 questions. Okay. Do you all want to decide who will do which question, or I just assign question 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, assign.
Okay, so I see Kelvin here. So Kelvin, question number 1, Noel, question number 2, Farah, question number 3. So I give you time to copy your answer here. Next week, I will make it available earlier so that we can finish our tutorial discussion much more earlier to make way for the practical. Okay, so let me know when you're done. And I will start recording once we do the discussion. Okay, just copy your answer. So for Farah, yours is the IPOS, the 4 functions of IS. Farah, are you able to do that question?
Actually, I do question 1 and 2. Question 3, I don't know.
Can you refer to the IPOS?
IPOS in
The input, process, output, storage.
in the
Notes.
Oh, not okay. Wait.
Yeah. Input function, and then this process function, and then what else? Output function and storage function. Normally, the question will not ask you to explain what are the 4 functions, but then they will ask you to give examples. Yours would be the functions perform. Functions perform when receiving goods from a supplier. Okay, receiving goods from a supplier. meaning this is the module, receiving goods module, and the name of the system is the inventory control system. Okay, inventory control system.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Question number 1. Okay, question number 1. We have the 5 main components of the IS. Okay, this is what we learned on Monday. Okay, this is what we learned. There are 5 main components in the IS processes. These are the 5 main components. And then the question asks you to identify all the 5 main components for the auto teller system as well as the point of sale system. Okay, let me check. Hardware, auto teller system. One moment, yeah, I think I have a slide for that. Let me go back and find it first. Okay, I found my old slides. Okay, I use it for my diploma student. Okay, let me show it to you. Okay, can you see this? The 5 components for the auto teller system. So this is the ATM, okay, the automated teller machine. So the software being installed in this machine is what we call as the auto teller system. So what would be the hardware here? If I look at Calvin's answer, printer, only the printer, it's incomplete. Okay, it's incomplete because if you take a look here, the printer is somewhere inside this terminal. Then you can add in the auto teller machine, the machine itself, the auto teller terminal, because the terminal includes the monitor, the keypad, the card reader, the printer, the receipt printer. Okay, and then definitely this one, okay, the auto teller system will be linked to the server. Okay, so we need the server as well. All right, so include in your answer the server, the printer, and this one would be the network infrastructure. So your Kelvin, add into your answer. Make sure you have the auto teller terminal, the server, okay, and also the network infrastructure. The printer itself is inside the terminal. Kelvin, got it? Okay, the server, the auto teller terminal, printer, and network infrastructure.
So
Right.
long. This answer so long.
You need more than one hardware for the auto telesystem to work. If you look here, this is just a machine, right? Okay, we don't link it to the server, meh? Tidak kan? Mesti link to the server. So server is another hardware. And then how do we link it? We need the network infrastructure as well, correct? You get what I mean already? Okay, next is the software. If you look here, what will be the software needed in this auto telesystem?
ATM system.
Hmm?
ATM system.
Yes, the name is given actually, the auto telesystem. Okay, the auto telesystem. So I can see here ID verification is incorrect lah. So change this to auto telesystem. Okay, this is the name and in fact given to you. And if you refer to our notes for software, we have two types. One is the system software, another one is the application software. So the application software is the auto teller. How about the system software? If you look here, what do you see? What is this?
Operating system.
Yes, example would be Windows operating system. Normally, you will see this Windows operating system when the auto teller is out of order, right? So from there, it proves that in order for a complete information system to function, one of the component is the software. First, we will not be able to install the auto teller system without having the OS first. Okay, so you must include the system software as mentioned in our notes. So I want you all to refer to your notes. Okay, now next would be, okay, let me double check. Betul kah? Auto teller system, and please add in Windows operating system. Okay, that will be the system software, and auto teller system would be the application software. Now, data stored. We will not say money, because money, if you just say it like that, it's physical money. Data stored means it's in digital copy. Okay, digital copy. We cannot store physical money inside the database. You all have already learned database. What's the full name? Database management, database development. Okay, what would be the data stored in this system?
Number.
Number? No, that's to raw data. That's
Amount of cash.
Amount of cash. No. I'm not talking about the input function now. I'm talking about the data stored in this auto teller system database. If I am Maybank, okay, what should I have in my database?
Customer name.
Very good.
Customer
No, not the
details.
name only. The customer files, right?
Info.
Customer, correct.
Okay.
So for each customer or the account holder, we have our number, and then we have our PIN number. So whenever we insert our card, we enter our PIN number. Then the system will check this customer is in our database. So when we select check balance, then they will be able to check our balance under our name. Okay, so one of the data stored would be the customer. Customer. And what else? You have learned this in database.
Account balance.
Account balance would be just one of the field. Transaction. Okay. You should have the transaction file. whereby you should have transaction for withdrawal and also deposit lah. Apa lagi? Now, what else do we have?
Is the password?
Password would be the for input function, the raw data. Now we're talking about the data stored inside the database, because if we enter our PIN number but then your name is not there, I don't think it can process, right? So basically, you need the data to be entered first. Remember, when you do your database assignment, you need to key in how many records of into each of your table. You need to key in certain number of records, right? 20 records, correct? Before you can do some kind of query, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what we call as stored data, or data stored in the database. So like withdrawal transaction and also the deposit transaction. Okay, now let me check the customer transaction. It can be the deposit or withdrawal. I hope you will be putting more time to read up the notes, because I will tell you, this type of question is very good question for open book test, open book exam, because it doesn't ask you to recall the terms, recall the concept, okay, recall the explanation, recall the description, but here asks you to give examples so that to test that you understand what it means. Okay, processes. Just to enter password, let me give you a hint. What can you do here? What can the Telesystem do?
If
Print out money.
accept,
One at a time?
if accepting cash and then withdrawing cash.
For this type of question, we exclude the physical part.
No.
Okay, we just concentrate on the digital part. For example, check balance. This is one of the processes that can be performed by auto teller system. Like for example, when you press on the balance inquiry, what will this system do? What will the auto teller system do? It will check for balances. So the first process would be check balance. You get what I mean?
Oh.
Okay. So if the user, they select cash withdrawal, then what can the system do after spitting out money? What do you call that? What will they do after that?
Enter the amount.
Okay, the user will enter the amount that they want to withdraw, and then user will get the money that the amount of money that they entered. At the same time, what will the system do?
To print out the receipt.
Print out receipt, yes, towards the end. That is one of the process to print receipt, the transaction receipt. But then before that, what will happen to the data stored for that particular user?
Updated.
Yes, correct. A very important process to update the customer account. Okay, let me check. Okay, update the customer account. Customer account, it can be the balance lah, right? Customer account. Sometimes we were asked to update our phone numbers and so on, so we can jumble everything, put everything under customer data, update customer data. And the third one, Kelvin, would be the print of receipt. Okay, very good. Now, as for the people, who are the people involved in this auto teller system? Who will be the users?
Account holder.
Account holder or the bank customer? The bank account holder or the bank customer, correct? And
Yeah.
besides that, sometimes you can also see the bank staff using the system to update or to do some kind of maintenance work as well, right? So you can also put there the bank staff or the bank teller. Okay, so those are the people in the auto teller system. Customer, you need to mention the bank customer and the bank staff. You need to be very clear on that. Okay. Now for point of sale system, hopefully you get some kind of idea already. Let me show you. This is a point of sale system. Okay, start from hardware. What do we need? What
Server.
is it? Yes, server. You need server. What is this?
What's
Monitor.
We have monitor, we have this small keypad, we have the printer, barcode scanner. All this is in fact the point of sale terminal. Just like the auto teller system, we have the auto teller terminal, right? This is the terminal, the machine. So in this case, this is the POS terminal, POS terminal. Okay, so we have the server, we have the POS terminal, and then POS terminal will include everything like the barcode scanner, the keypad, the printer, right? And then the server is only included if, say, for example, that particular store is linked up to their HQ. Like for example, Watson. Okay, we have more than one Watson store, right? So if the scenario given to you, the company has a few branches and every branches they are using the point of sale system, include the server, include the networking infrastructure as well. Okay, like this is the POS terminal number 1, POS terminal number 2, POS terminal number 3 link up to this particular server. You need the network infrastructure. Let me check. Monitor, printer, barcode scanner, the keypad, all those are under POS terminal, yeah, Kelvin?
Miss, the post terminal
The
need
machine.
the keyboard kah? Because it's touchscreen.
Oh, it depends. It depends. Some POS terminal is touch screen. Okay, that's why we just put that POS terminal.
Okay.
And then it's understood that in that particular terminal, if it's a touch screen, then there will not be any keypad, no? Correct?
Yeah.
Some POS terminal, they have a bigger keyboard. And then some POS terminal is just a small keypad to enter the numbers. So it depends on the POS terminal. That's why I show in this picture, this set is the POS terminal. But then if you're talking about, say, the 5 components of an accounting system, then it will be used by that particular employee, the accounting clerk. So you need to mention, we need to have a set of PC, the monitor, keyboard, printer, right? But then if in this case it's a point of sale system, just mention the terminal lah. Okay, how about the software? I'm sure you all know already what is the software. What should be the software?
Windows.
Yeah, the
Windows.
Windows OS plus.
POS system.
Yes, correct. Here you can see this is very tiny POS, point of sale system. Okay, let me double check. Yeah, the POS system, point of sale system, Windows OS. Okay, so what should be stored in this system database in order for it to function?
The
Sales.
the item.
Ini semua, yes, correct. The item or product files, correct? Lagi?
The transaction.
Correct, the sales transaction. Very good. The product files, transaction file, the sales transaction file. And then let me add on, if the scenario mentioned that this store offers membership to its customer, right? Just like the bonus link or the Petronas Mesra card member kan. So you can add in the customer detail as well. Otherwise, no need to add the customer detail. Because there's no point for you to add in the customer detail if you're not using it in the sales transaction, right? So let me double check. Yeah, not mentioned. So you can just put there the product details and the sales transaction. Okay, next would be the procedures or the processes. What can the POS system perform? What kind of process?
Reading barcode.
Reading barcode, that one is very small, a sub process already. Why do you need to read the barcode? Because you want to
Check the price.
not check the price, but you want to total them, right?
Yeah.
Yes, correct. So one of the process is to calculate the total amount. Let me see, other total amount, like I already scanned the item. The first transaction is shown here, and then the total is shown here. So this is one of the process that can be done by the point of sale system to calculate the total amount. And then normally it depends if there's any tax, if there's any discount, and so on. So only calculating of the total amount.
Print receipt.
Yes, correct. Print receipt. And then in your scenario, if it mention anything about credit card payment is being accepted, then you should have the credit card reader as one of the hardware. And in the process, you can add in to check or verify credit card details. So it all depends on the the scenario given. Oh, I forgot something. Oh, forgot to record. Let me record first. Oh, so sorry about that.
Miss,
Yes.
if the process like selecting item can be one of the process kah?
That one would be, I would say, when we start to draw the data flow diagram later, that will only be the arrow product selection.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the main process here. To total up the amount purchased, we need to get the product from the user, right? And then get the price from the database. Then the system will do the calculation. Output will be the receipt, something like that. Okay, very good question. You will see this when we do a system analysis. Okay. How about the people? Only IT staff?
Counter attendant.
What do we? Cashier.
Oh.
The cashier, the manager should be able to access this also lah. Like, do you notice if you go to a supermarket, right? When the cashier, when the customers say, "Oh, I want to cancel. I don't want to buy this," the cashier cannot delete that transaction already. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
They need to call their supervisor to come over. Supervisor will go to the terminal, key in their password, and then delete the transaction. So in this case, not only cashier, but then supervisor. So add in the supervisor, because normally supervisor will have access right to delete or to edit transaction. Cashier, they can only add a transaction. Okay, cashier, supervisor, manager, because manager, what they can do is, here at the file, they can select daily sales report, example. Okay, these are the users or people who will use the point of sale system. Okay, IT staff. IT staff is for the maintenance. So in fact, you can add in the IT staff here as well. Normally, the IT support staff will do troubleshooting, or they will also do some kind of maintenance work lah. I remember this because I went to survey Putatan the other day. There's a notice there, go to next counter please, and then I saw the Windows desktop being displayed on the screen. I guess that point of sale system is not working, it's out of order. And what I heard through the PA system was, IT staff, someone from IT staff, please come to the first level, counter number 12. Meaning they also need the IT support staff to do troubleshooting and maintenance. Okay, so I agree with the IT support staff. Can add in the IT staff here also. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, now we are at the. So any question from this part?
No.
No question.
I hope it's clear, yeah? Okay, oh, look at the time. 5 system used for a manufacturing firm. Okay, manufacturing firm. Manufacturer means factory lah kan? Okay. Production system. Oh, very good. Because they are manufacturers, right? Okay, this is correct. Sales system. This one KIV, because only if the manufacturer, they sell directly to retailer, then they will be needing the sales system. Okay, for a manufacturer, they will sell their manufactured goods to whom? To wholesaler. So in fact, the wholesaler will be handling the selling of the products for them lah. So sales system, macam boleh, macam tak boleh. Just depending on the, we need to depend on the given scenario lah. Tapi for a typical manufacturing system, normally they are not concentrating on selling. Their core business is in production. Okay, for a typical, so oh yeah, I think I need to highlight this one, typical manufacturing. But we do have a manufacturer who directly sell to retailer, so that's why they need sales system. Okay. What else? A purchasing system. Yes, correct. I agree with this one. Why? Because they manufacture the goods from raw materials. From where do they get the raw materials? From the supplier. That's why they need a purchasing system. So easier for them to enter the purchase order and then send it to their supplier. Very good. Inventory control system, definitely. For a manufacturer, you manufacture certain amount of products. need to be added into the inventory so that they know how much they have produced, okay, for that day, at the end of the week, for that particular month, and so on. And whenever they sell to the distributor, then they need to do calculate the latest balance. Okay, CAD. Let me see. CAD for a certain manufacturer where they need the designer to design the product. Otherwise, then it will be just in an assembly line, yeah, where CAD will not be involved. Okay, what else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you can add in there? The distribution system lah. Instead of sales, okay, change this to distribution system, because manufacturer, they are not selling directly to retailer, but they will only sell it to the wholesaler lah. A typical manufacturing, CAD macam boleh juga. You can add in accounting system. Accounting system, we can say it's as non-core lah, but without the accounting system, they cannot balance the money they need to purchase, okay, and then to distribute the products. So accounting system, you can add them. Accounting system.
It's
Okay.
in the next page.
Oh, next page. Okay, very good. So notice that this would be modules, okay, that will be used, modules or system that will be used by manufacturer. Okay, question number 3. Oh, is that all? Oh, B tak ada.
Oh, tiga.
Sudah.
Tiada?
Enggak.
The question, miss out, you have the answer, nah?
Enggak.
Okay, kasih copy dia. So you choose which one? Out of the 5 here, which one do you choose?
What?
Oh, inventory control system. Okay, so you choose this one, and B would be the subsystem for inventory control system. Okay, good. So let's check your answer. Let's check. Inventory. In our notes, we only see one of the modules, which is the receiving modules, right? What can they do? We learn about the receiving part. The receiving part. If you go to any of the demo for the available inventory system, like this one or this one, okay, or what is this? Is this IS also? But this is an example of inventory software. If you download it and then you go through what are the submodules available inside, then you should be able to answer this. But to make it easier, this one, no, this is not the answer. Okay, this is not the answer. From our notes, do you notice we have the receiving modules?
Forgotten. Wait, I check.
So in the inventory, if I'm not mistaken, it's receiving modules. Okay, which where whenever the manufacturer, they purchase something from the supplier, say there's order for the Adidas shoe, apa sudah tu? What was it already? Adidas rubber. Okay, rubber. Maybe in how do they sell rubber? Oh, shoestring lah, shoestring in boxes, 10 boxes for white color, 10 boxes for a black color, shoestring, shoelaces. So what the staff need to do, they log in into the inventory control system and then click the receiving module, okay, and then enter the product code, okay, how many is the quantity, so that when they press enter, the number of stock will be updated. That's why we need the receiving module. Okay. And then what is the opposite of receiving module? Say now a manufacturer, they're selling a bulk of the manufactured goods to their wholesaler. So they need to update their inventory, number of inventory also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have receiving, so we also have issuing. Okay, receiving module, issuing module. And then, is there any possibility that, say, let me see. Oh, the inventory, not only inventory for the raw materials, also inventory for the finished product, yeah? Okay, let me see. A supplier, the say one of the boxes of the shoelaces was damaged due to rain, so they want to return that particular one box. So in that case, you need another module in the inventory control system to do that. That one is return module. Okay, so we call it as return module. Let me double check. Inventory control system, return module. Oh, this is the answer. Oh, all the answers are here. Oh, we can add in reporting. Very good. Inventory management. The example that we have just now is inventory management.
The
Returns.
reporting, isn't it the issuing?
No. Issuing is where when you enter 3 cartons of these goods, then when it is processed, it will reduce the inventory level. Okay, issuing.
Oh.
Receiving and issuing is to update the inventory on hand. Okay, ini will tambah, ini will tolak. Okay, and then this one, if we want to return the amount to return damaged goods to supplier. When you return damaged good to supplier, then you need to update into the system. You cannot put there, today I received 10 boxes, tapi on one of it is damaged. So should you enter 10 or 9 in the receiving?
9.
9. And then when the supervisor check, but then in our delivery note that I have, it is 10 carton. Where is another one? So we need to enter it in the return module. Okay, you get what I mean, yeah? And then we have, for the return, we have return, I don't remember already, return outward. Okay, we have return inward. And what else? Report. Okay, reporting. Like the manager can select report for how many goods have been manufactured or produced for that particular week, or check the inventory level. I want to print how much is the balance for each of the product that I have now, so they can select a specific report to do that. Just cannot remember which one is which, the return outward and return inward. There are 2 types of return here, because one, if we purchase from supplier, damage will return to our supplier. Okay. Another one is manufacturer, they sell to wholesaler. Tapi wholesaler say, oh, during the transportation, one box is damaged, so I'm returning one box to you. Okay, so the return can be between the manufacturer back to supplier or from the wholesaler back to the manufacturer. So that's why we have these two type of returns. Okay, one will be minusing the inventory level, and then another one will be adding into our stock, but then it should be categorized as damaged goods. Now, do you notice that you won't be able to answer this if you don't have any knowledge on the business processes? That's why in order for us to become a software developer, right, you need to have this business knowledge, you need to have this management knowledge. Like normally IT student, they will learn intro to business, intro to accounting, intro to marketing, intro to human resources, intro to what else, the business organization management. Where else do we know, from where else do we know how the organization works? So I remember in chapter 1 we did cover a little bit on that, and for this particular example, okay, you need to know more about the inventory control system. The one that we have in the notes is only this part. And to get more information, you can do your extra research. And remember that for open book test, open book exam, you need to be able to give logic answers and with proof lah. But then make sure it is refreshed accordingly lah. Okay, so I believe we are done with question 2, or we have 7 more minutes before 3 p.m. Okay, question 3. Shall we go to question 3? Question 3 is receiving of goods from supplier. Oh, so this one is referring to inilah. Okay, we enter into the inventory control system. Okay, let me see. Input function, delivery order detail. Yes, correct, delivery order. Okay, let me see whether I have info or not. Oh, I have, oh, that's good. Okay, let me show you this. Example of the receiving item module, also known as goods receipt, means you acknowledge that you receive that particular goods and then you want to update your inventory. So notice that this is an inventory control system. And then this is when you click good receipt, in this case it's the receiving item, yeah. You can select, okay, to select all these things. There's an inbound delivery. You will not know all these things if you don't have any knowledge about the business processes. That's why as a software developer, we need to perform what do you call as fact finding or fact gathering, where we can perform on research, interview our user. Say our user is a manufacturing company, they need help with the inventory control system. We can do what? We can distribute questionnaire to their employees to get feedback from them. So these are the act of fact finding. Because you might be asking, Miss, what is GN? What is PO? What is DO? What is receipt? What is invoice? Bukan sama saja kah? What is GRN? Okay, so for myself, I only discovered these terms when I started working. I was asked to maintain the existing system. I saw GRN, I saw PO, I saw DO. What is all this document? I don't understand. So it's our job to understand all that. Okay, so that's why I prepared this slide. Okay, let me show you. Or let me make it smaller. Okay, receiving module means we enter the goods received, and then when we do that, it will increase the inventory level of that particular material that we get. All right, so the purchasing document will mention, say we are purchasing from the supplier. We want to purchase this one, this one, this one. Okay, this is the supplier, yeah, or vendor. And then say this is the manufacturer. They have their own inventory control system, and in their receiving module, the goods received, they need to enter into the system that they receive 1 to 3 items. Okay, and then to confirm that in the manufacturer warehouse, they must have physically the 3 things that has been purchased. So that's why we need to have these receiving item modules. Okay, now what is a purchase order? Purchase order is when we purchase something from our vendor, from our supplier. So if this is the manufacturer, then they need to order from their supplier, purchase order. And then the supplier in this case say, okay, I will sell you what you want, what you state in the purchase order. So when they deliver the products, the raw material, then the delivery man will come together with the DO. This is what we call as DO. Yeah, ada DO sini kan? Okay, delivery order. So we are assuming that we receive the delivery order form from the supplier. Okay, let me go back here. Delivery order, and then delivery to here. There's a note here. I confirm that all goods received are in good order and condition. So if you confirm this, you cannot return any goods just saying that they are damaged. Yeah? So if you receive 10, all 10 are good, then you sign. Okay. This
If
is the
the item got like damaged, how to like?
Kalau
how to-
damage, then there's another document to fill up. The return, I forgot already whether it's written inward or written outward.
Okay.
So that's why we need all those. So in my slide, I only show you the difference between PO and DO. Sometimes you and then the receiver, they need to print something from the system, which is the GRN. What is GRN? Goods received notes. So the guy who deliver the products, they come with GO. Okay, confirm goods received are in good order and condition, signed, and then you need to give something to the delivery guy, which is the GRN, goods received notes, to confirm that whatever item mentioned in the DO have been delivered successfully lah. So there are a lot of documents involved if you want to do your case study on inventory control system. So hopefully you get an idea already. So this one is correct. The item, okay, the quantity. Normally we put the item code first. Okay, item code. Okay, the details like the name, the quantities. Normally total price we no need to key in because the total will be computed, calculated by the system.
Oh, okay.
Sufficient just item code and quantity lah. Even the item detail is already in the system, the stored data. So item detail pun tak payah.
Okay.
The question 2C.
Question 2C. Ada C kah? Oh, itu. Say for example, we do this one. Oh, tertinggal.
Copy.
For this is C, yeah. Okay, receiving module. Describe 2 major functions. Allow the warehouse staff to receive items delivered. Oh, because this one I cancel already here, kan? Mm, this one also no, out of context already. So notice that for typical manufacturing firm, they can use these 5 systems. So we select inventory control system. And then for inventory control system, we have all this, okay, all these modules. Okay, and then in C, we select one more. So for example, we select the receiving module. So for receiving modules, what do they do? Okay, normally they allow the warehouse to receive the items delivered by the supplier.
Item.
Yeah.
Oh.
Allows the warehouse staff, here warehouse staff for the manufacturer, yeah. Remember factory, they also have their own warehouse to receive items delivered by the supplier. Warehouse staff allow warehouse staff to receive items delivered by the supplier. So this is what we are seeing here in question number 3. Okay, where the warehouse staff will enter the item code, item quantity as mentioned in the delivery order details. So here to receive items delivered by the supplier, we are referring to the delivery order details. Yeah. What else? What else can we do in the receiving items? So Noel, I will give this as your homework. Okay, later you add in.
Okay.
One more. Let me continue with the same. We are doing the same module now, but we are looking from the IPOS, the functions for that particular module. So this one is correct already. Process the input data and update the item quantities. Very good. Update the quantities in the inventory. So update the item quantities, process the input data means it's the goods received lah. Okay. Because the item quantity in the delivery order is about the goods that you receive lah. You want to update in the inventory. And then the output, what will be the output? User retrieve information regarding the inventory detail. Updated inventory detail, okay? Okay, very good. And then storage data and information. So you need to be specific. What data and information? In this case, receive goods data and the updated inventory details.
Oh, okay.
Receive goods data and updated inventory details. Okay, good. So from here we know already what are the 2 major functions for the receiving module, Noel? Receive items delivered by the supplier, meaning this one kan? And then you can add the most important thing here is update the item quantity based on the received goods. So that will be the second function for the receiving module. Okay, so need one more answer here. Later you go and add it, right? Okay. Oh, it's 6 minutes already. 1 hour tutorial is not enough. Or perhaps next week, then I will ready the tutorial, the Google Docs first lah. You just copy your answer there, and then we just spend the time to discuss answer. Okay, then we save
Oh,
some time. Okay,
okay.
good. Huh? So I will I will stop the recording and I'll meet you guys in the next meet. Okay, see
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Okay, I give you 5 minutes toilet break. Okay, come back after 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, let's start. Okay, I will record the meeting. Okay, so for the case study, on Monday already sort of like brief you all, right? Let me see assignment details. So may I know whether you all have decided your system? Is it going to be the same with your database assignment?
Yeah, if the bus ticketing system.
I support you guys on that one. It will make your life easier. Okay. Let me continue. So it will be categorized under ticketing system. Okay, for a bus. So for our SAD, this is your main focus. Uh, select trip details, the bus trip, and then how to book the tickets or reserve the tickets, and then selecting of the seats. Okay, payment, cancel booking, you can include refund, and then how to produce the ticket to your customer lah. Okay, so what you need to do is, there are two parts here. First part is the weekly class deliverable. Weekly class deliverable, we only have 1 hour. So week 1, just a briefing, a formation of group, no problem. Assignment of system, no problem. It's ticketing, right? The bus ticketing. Selection of organization. Okay, here you need to propose a real or existing organization which the students are familiar and use for reference purpose only. Which organization did you all base on for your bus ticketing system?
Haven't decided yet.
I haven't decided yet.
Okay, you go for one organization where you can find the info easily online lah. If it's not available Sabah based, I think in KL they have a lot the big bus company, and they also have that online ticketing system which you can go and then see how to use it. Definitely don't use your money to buy the ticket lah. Perhaps if there is a demo video or someone share tutorial on how to book ticket from that particular website, then you should go and do research on that one. Okay, so I will want to see this part. Okay, assessment briefing, following week assignment briefing. So I will take this time to brief you all on what need to be done, what you need to present for week 2 requirements. Okay, and remember, okay, let me scroll down first. We have up to week 13. Yeah, up to week 13. Every week need to present to me. Okay, the second part would be the case study report. You will get higher marks here if every week, based on your presentation, you do modification, enhance, improve your reports, and compile it to be submitted as one final case study report. So that one you will get marks. Here I will just check the whole report, but not the contents anymore, because contents every week I will give marks for you all. This one I will provide every week. I will provide on the spot feedback. Okay, starting from next week. Okay, next week. Marking of assignment. Okay, for the weekly class deliverable, all members must be present. Those who are absent on that week will get 0 marks. Okay. In fact, I do have the, let me see, assignment, the mark sheet. Oh, salah. This one is for the diploma. Hmm. Okay, assignment, this one. I will use this. So today I will enter the marks, the 5 marks for today, which is for the in-class work lah. Okay, this will be your name, 3 names. Okay, in-class work only. Starting from week 2. Oh, all right. So starting from week 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One moment, yeah. Week 1 is the briefing. So the in-class work. But then you need to start your presentation in week 2. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 weeks only. Only in class work.
So week 2 present the system. And
Yeah
then
lah. Because if week 2 you are only doing in class work, you're not presenting the week 2, then you only start presenting here.
okay.
This is week 14, right? Okay, let me double check. Yeah, this is week 2. One moment, yeah. In week 13, you will do the in-class work, and in week 14, you will do the presentation. There's no more in-class work. So meaning your presentation will be in week 3 for week 2. Okay, you got it? Okay. So you will present. This is the week 2 punya presentation, but then you will only present it in week 3.
Oh.
Tunggu. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because here there's no presentation, only in class work. Yeah. You present week 2 punya stuff in week 3. So week 2 you will do in class work lah. So in class work meaning you will show me your progress, and then I will give feedback. So in class work you get 5 marks. Content is 10 marks. Presentation is 5 marks. So this one, okay, macam begini. This is belong to week 2. And then after you finish your presentation, okay, and then I will do briefing for week 4, and then after the presentation, you will start doing the in-class work for week 3, and you will present it here. Begitulah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. This course coordinator is very detailed. He even prepared this for all the branches lectures. Okay, I hope I get it correct. Okay, so this is week 1, our briefing. Okay, briefing. So there's nothing for us to do anything, just briefing lah. Briefing. But what you can do would be select the organization, and then week 2, let me double check. Then week 2, you just need to do the in-class work for this, and I give you marks for 5 marks for your work for the in-class work. Next week lah kan, because now it's still week 1. Oh my goodness, I am confused. Okay. Yeah, correct. And then you will present Oh, this is nice. You know why? Because I get to give you comments the week before you present. So hopefully you get it right, and then you get high marks for your presentation. You got it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so every week you need to do lots of things. Okay, lots of things, lots of things. Uh, okay, this is the system design. We only cover the first three phases: the system planning, system analysis, and then system design. Lots of system design. The one that is already done for you would be this one, system design. Let me see, city bus terminal. Where is this city bus terminal?
In Anam.
Ada sistem kah?
Not sure.
It's better if you can get where you can also see the online system. Okay, so that you glance through the case study first, what you need to design. Like here, you need to design the user interface. You need to design the user interface. You need to be able to identify what are the business processes to draw the DFD. Don't finalize yet your Inanam terminal. This is the DFD. DFD is the one that you need to concentrate. But then make sure, like for week two, I will get you all to do the in-class work where you need to see the organization structure. Okay, and you need to be able to find out what are the system they use, whether it's a core system or non-core system, right? The one that already done for you would be, where is the database? Validation check. Have you learned validation in your database? Like you can validate the data type being entered, like integer, must be integer, something like that. Okay. Week 11 punya data definition. So ERD also already done. Sudah ada jawapan. Week 8 you have the fact recording ERD. But then I will need you all to make sure that your ERD is going to tally with your DFD lah. Okay, I will see your DFD. Make sure your ERD will be tally. You are using crossword notation, correct, for your database?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I believe you have resolved your many-to-many relationship.
Yeah.
You should show me before resolve the many-to-many and the final ERD after you resolve the many-to-many relationship. What do you use to draw your ERD?
Some website. Draw.io.
Draw.io. Yeah, I also have Draw.io. Very nice software. Okay. And then week 8 already got him. Senang kan? In fact, for our diploma student, they do SAD and database together in the same semester. What else done for you? Yeah, data definition, attributes. You all know what is the attribute, right? From your ERD. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you still remember your DBDL. Say you have this relation. How many relation do you have? How many tables do you have?
For the assignment.
Masih ingat kah?
6, 7, 9, 8.
Okay. So I believe this is the proper syntax for DBDL. You underline the primary keys, and for foreign keys, you mark it with asterisk. So week 11 should be okay already. But then week 8 we might need to do some kind of adjusting because it should be based on your data flow diagram. Do you all still remember your business rules?
Yeah.
Okay, business rules. If you still remember your business rule, that one it's related to a drawing of your DFD also, whereby if you don't understand the business processes, you will not be able to identify what are the processes covered in your system. Okay, like just now we learned about the 5 components of IS, right? And then one of the component is the processes or procedures. So you should be able to identify minimum 4 processes, maximum 6 processes. Okay, what else? Code design, I will check your table. How do you design your PK? Will you require to design your PK based on certain format, or you just simply put 001, 002?
I think follow format.
Follow format. Okay, very good. So I want to see whether it can be applicable in your assignment, SID assignment. Okay, you might need to change the design of your primary key. And then for the components, for the master file selected above, this one, explain each of the components which constitute the code design. So if your format is like start with a character, 2 character, followed by 4 digit, followed by a dash, example, and then that is your code design. And then here you need to explain, is it a good code design? In fact, we haven't covered code design yet. So hopefully after we cover the code design, you have some kind of idea lah. And then as for data records, SAD only minimum 5 records. But since you already have your database assignment, kan? Since this is just a minimum, you just dump in everything that you have from your final report, nah, kan? You already have this one, right? The records for each of the table.
I think I delete already.
Delete already. No one keeps a backup.
Don't
How
have.
about the report? Oh, it's okay. At least you have done it before, all right? You still have the reports, right? You still remember Miss Teng punya comment? Okay. So I believe you will be using Oracle. Okay. And then the final one would be the query. So for database, each one of you need to perform the query. So for SAD, you will only need to give me 1 summary report and 1 exception report. 2 saja. But then I want you all to make sure that you can generate this report by using the Oracle punya query lah. If you cannot generate it, meaning you cannot come up with the report. Okay. So like who will use the report, the report content, it should be logic lah. Okay, otherwise, if you simply use the query statement, okay, join this table, join, select, and then display everything. But then it's not meaningful. So I will reject that report design. So this one would be week 13, okay, in classwork, which you will present in week 14. Okay, 10 marks for the content, and then 5 marks for the presentation format. Okay, let me go down. Every week, the 5 marks for in-class work is based on this one. Excellent means you complete the entire required class in the class, meaning you within the 1 hour, you will sort of like give me a preview of what you will be presenting next week, meaning I can give you feedback. Okay. If 100% complete, then I give you 5 marks. If you miss one item, maybe I deduct marks for almost complete the required tasks in the class. So this one will be weekly, starting from next week. Okay, next week in class work. Okay, if you want to do 1 week ahead also, okay. And then starting from week 3, when you will be presenting your week 2 deliverable, 10 marks for content is completion and correctness. Okay, address all of the assignment components, 9 to 10, 7 to 8. Okay, presentation format, 5 marks. I want to see the points are logically developed, excellent structure, and I want to see you are able to handle the Q&A lah. Okay, apa lagi? Let me see. Case study report. The report is towards the end. Okay, towards the end, where it is 40. 40 is around overall only 8 marks after the conversion. But you will get full mark if every week, okay, you do correction to your deliverable. So the report, again, content and presentation format. Content should be correct already lah. Okay, you just need to compile all the assignment activities. Okay. Calculation of marks. Hopefully your task will be done equally. Okay, equally. This is how I will calculate the marks at the end. Case study report is only 40 out of 260, not much. Therefore, as long as the final report is in a professional layout, okay, easy to read, and then it's complete, then you should be getting high marks. But then make sure you do the correction. Every week you do the correction, so tinggal you compile sajalah. So total marks is 260, and the weekly deliverables total will be 220. So from here to here, total is over 220. Okay. This is the final report format. Front cover. Okay. Then. So meaning week 1, I only need to do this. Explain assessment components already. Okay. And then following week assignment briefing. So I will brief for week 2 lah. So once I'm done with the week 2 briefing, then we're done. And you will only need to do the in-class work next week. Let me show you what I have here. Okay, I've added in, okay, this is tutorial discussion. This is the case study weekly deliverables. In class work, then I need to rename this already. One moment. Edit. So this one should start from week 2. Okay, week 2 in class work. Okay. So you just use the Google Docs. Okay, so your in-class work, I will give marks based on your completeness. Okay, in next week, edit 5 marks. Okay, save. And for the presentation, start in week 3, right? Okay, start in week 3. Rubrics is 15 marks, 10 marks for content, 5 marks for the presentation format. Okay, this one is just an example. If you want to change to a very nice format. Okay, you can change it and then add in what you need to add in. So next week, what you need to present to me would be your case study organization. Just now you mentioned about the city bus terminal, right? Okay, and please add in a new organization structure, current system use, system function here in your slide. But then before that, remember, next week you show me your progress first. Okay, you show me the progress here, right? This is the title, case study organization. Okay. Let me confirm, yeah. Presentation 15 marks. Student can edit. Okay, good. Okay, now the time is 3:43. So we are right on track. So I just need to brief you on week assignment, next week assignment briefing. So students, you can ask clarification whenever you are not clear. Every week we'll do something like this. Okay, so what you need to do, if you look here, you need to get a case study organization. Here, it should you propose a real and existing organization, local or foreign, the one that you're familiar, okay, and can be used for, but then you only use it for reference purpose only. Okay, reference purpose only. That's why here it's not that particular organization structure, but it's a new one. Okay, now you assume you have this new organization structure because we cannot use back the name. If the company, they know you are doing this case study, hopefully we don't get any lawsuit. So you draw or design a new organization structure. It can be fiction. Of course, it's fiction. Okay, you may give the new organization a fictitious name. Okay, fiction. The new organization structure must contain a minimum of 2 levels. 2 levels means the top management and also the department below it. Okay, make sure it's complete lah for the entire organization to operate efficiently. So if that particular organization, it has branches, make sure it is being shown in your organization structure. If it's a standalone, make sure you show what are the departments available in that particular organization. No need to add in names of personnel. Okay, since this one is a new organization structure, so please do not copy and paste. You only use it for your reference. Okay, and then current system use. In our notes, we have looked at examples of information system, right? So what you need to do is for that particular bus company, okay, you just list, okay, list sahaja ya, any 4 information system by functional areas. Functional areas would be accounting, functional area, marketing, human resource. Kalau bus, I don't think there's a production, so production, no. What else? Human resource, apa lagi ya? Sales, marketing sudah lah. Okay, you list out the appropriate functional areas, means the department. So again, throughout our case study, okay, our weekly case study, as long as it's logic, even though you're doing assumption and then it's a fiction company, right? Okay, it is acceptable. Mesti logic lah. One of the systems selected must be the system that you have been assigned. So there are 4 systems, and then the first system would be the ticketing system. All right. System function. So in this case, based on your ticketing system, you describe the 4 main function for the system, for the bus ticketing system. What can it perform? The different modules in the bus ticketing system. So for this one, hopefully next week during your in-class work, you should be able to show me, let me see, to show me appropriate, suitable modules. So in order for you to do this, when you do this assignment, did you base your database assignment on any online ticketing system, bus ticketing system?
No, only cinema ticket.
Yes, cinema lah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the way cinema operate is a little bit different. And then if you look at our at the top here for the ticketing, you need to focus on selecting the trip details, how to book the reserve tickets, select of the seat, make payment, cancel booking. You need to look at available online bus ticketing system. Let me see. What should we type? Bus reservation system. Is there any actual? What is the bus company in KL? Bus company in Malaysia. CityLink. Ada CityLink, ada Coach, ada Golden Coach, and then yang Asia pun banyak lagi kan? Best bus company. Let's try this one. CityLink, Golden Coach. Coach services. Nice. KKLE Express. Express Bus Malaysia. Not sure whether they have online because let me just type. Okay. Ada. Buy bus ticket online. Bus from, this is nice. Something like this. You need to search something like this. Okay. Selection, destination, trip. Yeah, something like this. This one is belong to who? Bus online home. Is there any company name? Tak ada company name about us.
Maybe.
This is something like a Trivago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like a Trivago. Hopefully you can find an online system for a particular bus company, much more better. Then the user interface would be easier for you to understand. Okay, so you know what to do now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than you based on cinema, better go and find a real organization. So I will see that in your in-class work next week. So I think I'm done with the briefing. Want to ask anything?
So far, no.
No, So I'll see you guys Monday for lecture. All right. So I will stop the recording now. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Welcome. Bye-bye.